Hi, Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is doing good and taking all the precautionary measures during this pandemic. As we know now, the cases are kind of spiking up, so it's time for our responsibility to flatten the curve by practicing social distancing and taking all other safety measures and wearing mask. So today, me and Faisal are going to talk about a very important topic in life, which is leadership styles, and the impact on employee productivity. This is a very important topic as we don't know how many of us are going to be leaders in our organizations in our life. Maybe we'll be business owners or we'll be a leader of a country. So all this time we need the leadership skills from our heart, because leadership skill is very important in these cases, because only you are there to lead it, only you are there. So it's better to get your leadership skills from now. So one some of the examples I can give is you can be a group leader of your own assignments. You can be group leader of your projects. Maybe from your organization, you can try to be maybe in a president, be a president like in an organization. So you know how to lead the team. Maybe you can lead by maybe there will be an event. So you can be a head of the department. Try to lead the team by like that, taking all the small chances. And one thing I have to mention is always be a leader of your own life, because once you start to depend, you are becoming more weaker. You cannot bring your leadership skills out. You are feeling more weaker, and once you cannot bring your leadership skills out, it's left in the dark, it's left deep inside. You need to bring it to the light, so then only you can study more about life and know how to lead in a life. And one of the importance of leadership in an organization is actually it cannot be overemphasized. And leadership is a major element that sets successful and unsuccessful organizations and governments apart. It plays a central role in offering direction and purpose towards achieving goals of organization. It is also an important element in the social relationship of our groups and work. Leadership is a main factor that determines and shapes group's behavior. When it is correctly applied, each employee enjoys a feeling of the gratitude, a feeling of a feeling of strong commitment towards achieving organizational goals. Regardless of quality of its members, every group will have a system where it will have a leader. Maybe you can see for our all group projects, if you have any group projects, you can see like we have a leader for that. And like that, if you, for in an organization, if there's a big project going on, there will be a leader to lead that. So our organizational goals can never be achieved without proper leadership styles in play. It is important to note that the effective performance of an individual employee is a function of both his personal characteristics and the individual environment. A careful consideration of knowledge, skills, experience, attitude, and motivation of an employee enhance maximum productivity and efficiency in the job. Since the leadership deals with the human resource element, it provides the basis for effective utilization of like material resources in an organization through individual skills, knowledge, and ability. So leadership can simply be defined as a process of influencing the activities of an individual or a group towards attainment of set goals. Leadership is a life of wire, like we can say leadership is a life wire of an organization. It is how important to note that no single leadership style is likely to be effective in all circumstances. Leadership style vary based on surroundings and circumstances. However, instead of concentrating on a single leadership style, leaders can vary their approaches depending on three factors: voices in the leader, voices in the subordinate, and forces in a situation. An effective leader is measured by his ability to manage and withstand forces around him, and how to effectively utilize human and the material resources to attain organizational objectives. We can say that there is a close relationship between leaders' expectation and resulting performance of subordinates. And we can say that if the leaders' expectations are very high, the outcome is going to be high. The success is going to be great. And to be a good leader, if you own a company, you should treat your employees like a family and a friend and never be rude to them. Once you start rude to them, it's like demotivating them. They feel they don't belong there. If they have any problems, try to understand their problems and help them out if possible. If maybe it's a money issue, you can just help them out and feel proud and make them motivated. And in this way, and you can be a role model to others. Even this gives hope to your employees, and you can train them well to bring the company's reputation up and achieve company's goals. And this is one experience I have to mention now, which is experience which I had 3 years ago, which is quite recent. Like my father was going through a very bad financial situation because our business was into a crisis, and I was just that time 17 years old, a kid, a teenager guy who was studying in 12th standard, because in Saudi we have a standard wise. So as I was in a British curriculum school, so when I was in 12th standard, this happened, which is it's like my pre-university. So my father couldn't withstand, and he was trying all his best to recover, but then couldn't. But then after that, I have to step into that small business, and I have to enter the business world. And I didn't know each graph. I didn't know what graph is this, how to maintain, how to know what is this, what is that, what is this. Then I had to study from scratch. I have to learn each and everything. I have to learn from starting to the end. I have to learn from where the problem started and how to solve the problems. And then it took me 2 weeks to study about it. Then after that, I made a meeting with the employees of the company. With the employees of the company, I asked for their all suggestions, all their department head suggestions, and all other employee suggestions. How can we overcome this problem, and how can we be back to business? So they all gave a lot of suggestions, and then I took each and every point in note, and I tried to bring up with a big schedule, a big schedule of what all things I can do, and I distributed among the employees, and I gave them different jobs to do, and I kept note of what all jobs they are going to do, and I kept note, and I asked them to send me every day each process, and I checked on each process, and we could find new suppliers, we could find new delivery courier partners, so we could be in success. And within 6 months we did was really great, and within 6 months the business came back up. So one thing I have to say is, the employees, they have a lot of suggestions, but then they don't know how to put this in and lead. So that's where the leadership skills come up. That's where you can be a leader. You are the one to get their suggestions, or you are the one to lead that way. And this way you can bring the business to success. It can be great success, is from my own experience. And one thing I have to mention is, actually age doesn't matter, because I was just a 17-year-old kid, and I couldn't think right. I can lead people more than my age. They had more experience. I didn't know how to do what all they can do, but then just leadership skill with the leading skill, I could come up with it. I could make it a big success. I was working with people who was 20 years, 25 years older than me. Some were 29, some were 30, some were 35, some were 40. There was even 50-year-old people, but then I could do it. So that's made me very happy and proud of myself. That was one thing I made proud of myself, to be a good leader. And I have to say you something about bad leaders, how the bad leaders influence the employees. Some bad leaders, they are very rude to their employees. They don't care about the employees. Sometimes they want their employees to hard work like crazy, but then the payment is really low, and they don't even take them out, or they don't even give them what they need. So usually the bad leaders usually don't know how to get all the suggestions from the employees and put in a way and lead the way. So from this, I hope you guys can see and understand how a good leader influences an organization and how a bad leader brings down the organization and goal. So a good leader is the one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. So try to be a good leader in your life, and thank you very much.